We'll wrap up our show by looking at what Harley-Davidson is betting to be the future of our sport. Recently, I had a chance to check out their live wire prototype with its cast aluminum frame, 3-phase DC motor, and lithium-ion battery, and came away mightily impressed, particularly with regard to its level of fit and finish. I mean, at this point, they must be close to going into production. I hope so, because when I got a chance to sample it, in this case only on a dyno during the Toronto Motorcycle Show, it was enough of a taste for me to really want to upgrade to the full meal deal.
So I just can't believe how narrow this looks and how much, I'm sorry to sound a little crazy, but it just looks like a motorcycle. And I'm just curious, like, how long did you guys get to work on this?
We've been working on this bike for about 4 years now. It has been a very exciting and delightful project to work on, to be honest with you. It's not the result of something that was rushed through or anything.
Yeah.
They took their time to get the lines just right, get the dimensions just right. And it shows. You see, you're talking about how narrow it is and everything. Our idea was to make this bike very nimble, and it is extremely balanced. You can ride it at high speeds or very low speeds, and the feel of balance is just amazing.
Well, I know I can't bust this loose and take it for a few laps around the C&E, but can we fire it up? Can I at least sort of get the feel of what it's all about?
Like our newer bikes, this bike's a keyless setup. So the only thing you need is a fob. So as long as the fob is close enough to the bike, you're going to be able to power it up.
Okay.
The fob is under the seat, so you're good to go. The only thing you have to do here is hit the run switch and put in the run position. Go ahead. And then wait. It's going to boot up, pretty much like a computer does. This first screen is the system status screen. You're going to see battery voltage, a few temperatures, state of charge of the battery, and it's going to give you 2 ride modes, range ride and power ride.
Right.
Range ride is more like an econo mode, if you will, and the power ride is more like a sport mode.
Right.
Which is too much for these little rollers here.
Right.
So let's go ahead, hit the range ride. This is the screen you're going to see when you're actually riding the bike. This is a speedometer. You have here, navigation. On the speedometer itself, you can switch and you can see the, total mileage. This bike has almost 4,000 kilometers and 0 issues. They have been extremely reliable. So as you can see, the bike's not live yet. If you give it gas or throttle, I should say, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
To go live, you just have to press start, hold until you see 0 and let go of the button. Go ahead. She's now idling. So what you're hearing now is 2 pumps. There's a water pump and an oil pump. And that's what you're hearing right now. Other than that, there's no other sound.
Right.
But if you touch that throttle, the bike's gonna move.
Right.
So let's do this. Bring the bike to about 60 kilometers an hour and then let go of the throttle.
Okay.
See how quickly it slows down?
Wow. Yeah, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, well, our first proof of concept, because this is proof of concept number 2, right? Our first one didn't even have a rear brake. The idea was to let the regen do the rear brake for you, right? So the front brake was the only thing that you had on that bike. We decided to put both brakes so it's more familiar for people that, are trying the bike. But the most interesting thing about an electric motor is the torque. You can be on that kind of speed and feel the suspension loading. The throttle response is immediate. You can be higher speeding.
No
Throttle
kidding.
response is instant.
Wow. Very cool. Congratulations.
Very nice talking to you,
Can't wait
Dave.
to see this out on the open road.